Welcome to the Powerhouse. We are planning to do some family counseling today. I thought it would be a good idea to do this. I think it's important for our family to get together to talk about maybe some things that might be bothering us to help us grow as a family unit. I also think that it's important because I think in the Black community, Black families in general, it's not really talked about a lot. It's not really pursued as far as counseling. I think people possibly think, maybe there's something wrong with you. It kind of has like it's kind of taboo. It kind of has some stigma to it. I think that needs to change personally. I think you can have a lot of growth if you go to counseling. So I think I wanted to, do this together with our family. I thought that was a good idea. So we can, kind of discover stuff about each other and discover things about ourselves and just try to grow together as a family.
I don't have a general opinion about it either way, but I'm open to a new experience, so that's the reason I'm participating today. I don't have any expectations, but I think it will be an interesting exercise, and as long as something positive comes from it, I'm on board.
Well, I think I did therapy when I was little. It's kind of, I barely remember it, but I do remember some of the things, and like I said, I'm not necessarily against it, and I'm not necessarily for it. I like to do inner work. I feel like inner work is very important, and I know everybody's individual, so it's not always, people do need therapy because maybe they just don't know where to start or how, it can happen. So I'm not for or against it, but I do think it can help.
From what I've heard about therapy, I've heard a lot of positive things about what it can do for your life. It wasn't something necessarily that I thought was weird, I've heard a lot of people speak about how it's been helpful, and if they didn't have therapy, then they would be in a weird place. So I hope to go into this experience and come out with something that can help our family and transform myself as well.
Therapy was an interesting concept, to say the least. So, I don't know, I didn't really have any feelings about it one way or the other. It was okay. I was willing to try it. I've never had therapy before that I can remember. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how the whole process is going to play out and hoping that it will be a positive experience for our family. So, yeah.
I don't want this to be a negative experience for anyone. And I want people to understand that, whatever comes out in therapy, not to take it personally, like it's an personal attack on, I guess, you as a person.
So I'm not afraid of, talking about anything, and we do it as a family all the time. That's what's so cool about being in this family, is that we do take time to talk about, what's going on with one another. And I would say also, the last maybe 3 weeks or so, there was some internal issues that was going on between myself and Sabrina, and that was very difficult to deal with. And so hopefully we'll get to be able to talk about some of that. I don't know if it'll happen today, but if we could talk about that and maybe figure out how to better navigate when issues or conflicts occur, that would be really great.
It's August now, and we just came out of Mercury retrograde, so one thing that I do know is that while in the midst of everything that's going on, like maybe this is meant to happen because we just came out of a place where we can't really communicate, and we still might be sending some effects of communication might be a little bit off. So the only thing I'm gonna be afraid of or be worrisome of is that like the communication is not going to get all the way through because of what's happening celestially.
Probably what everyone has, like personal insecurities, that's really probably the biggest hurdle for me, like, and that may be getting extrapolated and being discovered and things like that or what have you. So that would be the extent of my really like being afraid, or something I would be afraid of. I don't really have a fear of anything substantial happening in a negative way, to be honest with you.
I'm not really afraid of anything when it comes to this type of thing. Again, like, I'm going skydiving, so I don't really know what there is to necessarily be afraid of. I thought the therapy session was all in all a positive, I guess, experience for me. In general, I enjoyed things that make me uncomfortable, like in just everyday life, whether it's music, movies, art, everything. So, and conversation too, because that's where the most truth is in everything is the stuff that people don't want to talk about, that makes them uncomfortable, and it also makes it gives you a better understanding of everything around you, regardless if it's a relationship with someone, or if it's a movie that you saw or an image that you saw, you're just like, this is just, it was hard to watch or hard to look at. It still gives you a better understanding of yourself and how you view the world and everything, and how you feel about just everything in relation to yourself. So I think the therapy session kind of did that for everyone, put them in an uncomfortable space.
Dealing with your stuff and your past and your present is not easy. Otherwise, we wouldn't have problems in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes effort. And I do appreciate the fact that everyone participated, who was here participated, and seemed to be willingly. So I'm very grateful for that. And I remember prefacing this saying, that I don't want anyone to feel attacked or anything. But I mean, naturally, if someone is saying something you disagree with, you're going to feel a certain type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's natural. You know what I'm saying? But just as long as everyone is understanding, like it's all for love. It's all for love. So
The opportunity to me was positive. I'm a little bit indifferent because I also felt like it was a platform that allowed where some people felt attacked, even though it's supposed to be a safe space. But so I'm never okay, or I'm never comfortable when someone I care about feels like they're being attacked, even if that's not the intent. I definitely know what it feels, and I respect it, because I had to it took me back to that place. I was just like seeing someone else go through it, because now it was like the conversations about you. Granted, the opportunity was given to everybody. I chose not to go into anything because I don't personally really have that many hangups that I'm carrying around from the past, like from childhood, like with my family, because like, we need to work this out or whatever. If people have issues with me, they'll have the opportunities in the future to do so, and I'm open to it. But I didn't have anything to really contribute to that conversation, so I really just listened and added what I could.
I thought everybody does that, but I understand, like, now why therapy is important for people who don't know how to, like, work through their issues themselves. Like, I didn't know that. Like, I really thought this is like retarded, like not retarded, but I thought it was like common sense to type of do this stuff. But now that I see that, no, like, people need this. Like, people that can't, like, do this themselves, like, it's good for people, and I really think that's a good thing for Black people. I feel like you need to, find somebody that's responsible and that you trust. Nobody's perfect, no therapist, I guess, is gonna be perfect, but I mean, I think it'll be a good thing for all Black families to establish a relationship with a therapist.
The experience was, I'm glad I went through it. I don't think I want to go back through it again. However, I think that I learned some stuff that I really didn't know. I heard some things, before, but I didn't, I guess, understand. And I'm still kind of fuzzy on understanding. The experience will make me continue to look at myself as a person, as a mom, and try to be more mindful of people's feelings, emotions, But like I said, I'm happy that I know how people feel, how my daughter feels.
Powerhouse, I'm glad we're here today together, you know, and we
Amen.
love each other. You know, hopefully everybody has, you know, put good energy into this circle, and we're a union, we're the powerhouse. You know, we got to conquer these battles together, and I'm glad everybody came today. And you know, I know the spirit of unconditional love is within all of us, and women in our family, you know, and the men in our family, we're here for each other. So we just got to remember that and remember the goal, and I'm glad everybody came today. And that's all I have to say.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Love you guys. Love you. Thank y'all.